Hello friends, now that we have completed SCA portions, let us do some grammar. Now, on the board, I have written some names of some of the things. Human beings, trees, rivers, stars, vehicles and books. These are the things that are present or that are created by either nature or by human beings. But all these things are created for some purpose. There is one purpose, whether human beings have created them or the nature has created them. They are created for some purpose. They have to do some work, is it not? For example, human beings, they do lot of work. I have written only two. They work, they eat, they sleep, they play, isn't it? Trees grow, they yield, they grow to yield fruits and flowers. Similarly, rivers flow, stars twinkle, vehicles run. Is it not? Books, they are used to read. Similarly, there are n number of things that are created to do some purpose. They are created for some purpose, isn't it? They have to do some work. So all these things these are the names of things. So can we call them as nouns? They are naming words. We just say as a clue, we say they are names. Names are nouns. Now all these are the action words. They show some action, isn't it? They denote some actions. So action words are called as verbs. You all know all this. I know you are aware of all this. I am just revising it. So verb means work. Is it not? Work means verbs. Is it not? So all these, since they are action words, we generally call them as main verbs. Is it not? Main verbs show the actions. Now, we know that during the lockdown period, because of this pandemic, our country and many other countries were not working. They were almost, everything was shut down. The economy shattered. So that itself proves that this world has to run. If we are working, you know that all of us have to work for our livelihood. Everything has to work. That is the importance of work. Similarly, in English grammar, same is the importance given to verbs. Verbs, they are called as, in English grammar, they are called as the queen of English grammar. Because without verb, we cannot frame a sentence. You cannot frame a sentence without verbs. One word verb can be a sentence also. For example, you are asking me permission. Shall I come in? I can just say come. Come is a word and it is a sentence. But without a verb, we cannot frame a sentence. And verbs play a lot of roles in different forms. They have different forms in which they do lot of work. We have transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, finite verbs, infinite verbs. Lot of roles they play. So today I am going to revise some of the important verbs apart from main verbs. Yes, I am going to revise today auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verbs. Helping verbs. Generally we call them as helping verbs because they support the main verbs in a sentence. They are very important. They are very important. Without these, especially the primary auxiliaries, the main verbs cannot work on their own except in simple present and past tense. In every type of sentence, we use these helping verbs, which are auxiliary verbs. In grammar, they are called as auxiliary verbs. Now, these auxiliary verbs, which are 24 in number, can be grouped into two. That is primary auxiliary and modals. And we have 11 primary auxiliaries and 13 modals. Now let me explain you first primary auxiliary. In primary auxiliary verbs can be again grouped into three. First is, generally we call it as B forms. Which are those B forms? Am, is, are, was and were. There are 5 B forms. Then we have do forms. Does, do and did. Then we have forms. Has, have and had. Okay. Now these primary auxiliaries, each verb in the primary auxiliary does do two functions. When I say am, for example, when I say am does two functions. Am. When I say am, it is present tense. Okay. Then one more thing it tells me. It tells me that it is singular. Okay. So two things. Each primary auxiliary does two works. It tells the tense, that is time, and it tells the number. Singular plurals are called as number. Okay. And I am is very special auxiliary which is used only with I, which is used only with the first person pronoun I. We don't use am in any other pronouns or subjects. We don't use it with any other pronouns. It is used only with am. So it is in present tense and it is singular. Similarly, is also present tense and singular. Are is plural. Plural present tense. And the past tense of am and is was, are is were. Similarly, do forms. Does is singular present tense. Do is singular plural present tense. The past tense of both is did. And in have forms also, has is singular, have is plural, both of them are present tense and their past tense is had. Okay, I have written past tense in the second line and present tense in the first line. I want you to make a table of all these primary auxiliaries under present tense and past tense, singular and plural. Put them in the table. See these children. These are the things that we use in our daily life. Without these, our sentence cannot be correct. Therefore, we have to understand them and learn them by heart. Okay? So, I hope you have understood this. So, this is the importance of primary auxiliaries. Now, I shall move on to modals and then see what are the uses of these modals and primary auxiliaries. Now, when we come to modals, there are 13 modals. Can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, need, dare, ought to and used to. Now when we say modals, they show the mood of the sentence. That is a clue for you to understand the meaning of modals. Modals means mood. We also say that language function. They do the language function. These modals give the language functions of the sentence. Now each word, each modal can be used in different situations. What are those situations? There are many. I have written only few. So these modals show request, permission, command, ability, hope, possibility, and many other things are there. I have written only few. Now for example, let us take for example can. Okay, can be used to show different language functions. Can I come in? Permission. You can go out. Is the can I come in? Sorry, is the request. You can go out. Is the permission. I am sure you can do this. This is the ability. Understand? So, like this, every modal is used in different situations to show different language functions. Understand? Now, what are the uses of these primary auxiliaries, especially primary auxiliaries? Now, primary auxiliaries are also used as main verbs. They are also called as finite verbs because they tell the tense. They are also called as finite verbs and they are also used as main verbs. For example, I am your teacher. Am is used as here main verb. There is no other main verb. There are no other action words here. I am your teacher. You are good. That is also a main verb. Understand? Like this, she is my friend. So is used as main verb. So all these, she has 10 pens. So has is used as main verb here. So this is another special function of primary auxiliary. Understand? And they are also called as finite verbs. Apart from this, auxiliary verbs are used in the transformation of sentences. For example, to frame a question, you cannot frame a question without the auxiliary verbs. What is your name? Is there. How are they coming? Are is the auxiliary verb. Why have they not done the homework? Have is there. So interrogative sentences also cannot be framed without auxiliary verbs. When you are transforming sentence from active to passive voice, you have to introduce the auxiliary verbs there. Understand? And then negative sentences. She is not there. They are not coming. So in the negative sentences also we use the auxiliary verbs like this, except in the simple present and past tense. Only the sentences which are in simple present and past tense, main verbs are used. Apart from that, all the sentences will have auxiliary verbs in them. Which are those simple present tense? I am always on time. That is, she comes late. For example, she comes late. Here there is no auxiliary verb because it is a simple present tense. He is on time. That is also simple present tense. So except in the simple present and past tense, in all the other forms of sentences we use these auxiliary verbs. So you have to learn them and remember them. They are very important. I hope you have understood this. In the next class we shall start the transformation of sentences. Therefore please learn them, write them down. I have sent the notes also on this. I have sent you detailed notes like what are the other uses of auxiliary verbs. There are many other uses which I have sent you. And here in modals, need and dare, these two modals are also used as main verbs. Understand? You need not come, you need not do this work is the modal. He needs my help is the main verb. So, need and dare, these two words are used as main verb in modals. Apart from that, all the 11 modals are used as main verbs. I hope you have understood, children. We will meet in the next class where I will be doing transformation of sentences. Thank you. Take care.